most competitive region in North Dakota volleyball comes down to its final days, and we have two of the best going at it right now, live on the BEK Broadcasting Network. It's the Thunder of Medina-Pingree-Buchanan against the Carrington Cardinals in a cross-district, but Region 3 matchup. Happy to have you along, everyone. Corey Brooks is bringing the action tonight. As you can see on your screen, these are two teams that have played outstanding volleyball all year long. They get it done differently, but the end result tends to be the same. A win no matter what for the Cardinals and the Thunder, two of the big-time factors in the Peace Garden State setup for volleyball, in addition to, of course, the back-to-back champions, the Lobos of Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion. These two teams play a very fun brand of volleyball. We're excited to bring it to you, and we will break it all down after a quick timeout right here on the BEK Broadcasting Network. Welcome you back in as we get you ready for a matchup between Medina-Pingree-Buchanan and the Carrington Cardinals. Whenever you're dealing with two of the top teams in the state of North Dakota, there's so many players you have to watch for, and this makes this next part difficult, but we have to pick two for our Choice Financial player matchup. And so we go with two players that will absolutely have an impact on the proceedings today. The outside for the Carrington Cardinals will set the tempo, but you're going to see plenty of Taylor Sabanash today for the Thunder of Medina-Pingree-Buchanan. What success Medina has on the outside, Emerson Hornet will try and slow it down. It's a Carrington team that, despite consistently finding the result, doesn't have a ton of height. They, along with the Lobos of Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion, get it done with athleticism and good fundamental volleyball play. And Emerson Hornart's a huge part of that for the Carrington Cardinals, a part of this returning group. 5 seniors left last year for Carrington, still a very talented group, led in many ways by Emerson Hornart. Meanwhile, on the other side, you're going to see plenty of Taylor Sabanash. Her and Hallie Urand combined for perhaps the most height-gifted dynamic duo in the entire state of North Dakota. The two of them do things that other teams simply cannot do, and it makes a tremendous difference for the Thunder of Medina-Pingree-Buchanan. They look to bring that size to bear tonight in a Region 3 contest against the Carrington Cardinals. That is a look at our player matchup brought to us by Choice Financial. Want to remind you that Choice Financial is people first. You can find out what it means at choicefinancialgroup.com. We keep it moving here on the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. Look at our keys to the game, brought to us by Pinky Homes, a family business dedicated to building your next family home. As we kind of alluded to, for the Thunder of MPB, it's about their success in the middle, capitalizing on the abilities of Taylor as well as Hallie Urand to make a difference and capitalize on that height, slowing down the outside game of the Carrington Cardinals. We'll see plenty of Emerson Hornart today, along with a full roster of successful outsides. We'll see plenty of Michaela McIntosh as well for the Carrington Cardinals. Coach Peasley very proud of his team's ability to remain multiple on the offensive end of the floor, relying on a few different hitters. Now, the problem for them, as these teams have met up a couple times already this year, is that Medina-Pingree-Buchanan can also come to bear a few different hitters, and defensively, they are tough to solve. For Carrington, it'll start on the outside. For the Thunder, it'll be about never letting that ball back onto their side of the court. Let's look at our keys to the game, brought to us by Pinky Homes. You can give them a call at 701-452-2301 for the keys to your new custom-built home. We keep it moving as we go around the region. We talk so much about this Region 3 picture. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the action in Region 3. The South Border Mustangs, a very, very young team out in this neck of the woods. They were the counterbalance to the Lobos in years past. Now that honor may very well fall to one of these two teams. Meanwhile, the Ellendale Cardinals, also a young team, as that one promises to continue to shake out some of what we know about Region 3. The Bison of Barnes County North will take on the Wolves of Kidder County, who are playing as well as anybody right now in the region. They have rattled off quite an impressive run here, and it's all about how do you enter districts and regionals in terms of your intra-game momentum. And right now, Kidder County is feeling it. Katie Ency and the Rebels of Edgeley Colomont-Pillier will take on the Imperials of Napoleon Gackle-Streeter, and the Dakota Mustangs will take on the Rockets of New Rockford Cheyenne. Of course, all these teams will be covered right here on the BEK Broadcasting Network in our District 6 and District 5 Championship Day coverage. And for those that manage to make it to the Region 3 tournament, right here on the BEK Broadcasting Network. Also, over on our fellow BEK 247 station, going on right now, as a matter of fact, it's the Comets of Rolette Wolford taking on the Stars of Bottineau. Tomorrow over on BEK Prime, Will be a fascinating matchup in the WDA as the St. Mary's Saints go across the river to take on the Mandan Braves. That game getting underway tomorrow at 7 o'clock over on BEK Prime. That is our look around the region, brought to us by the North Dakota Firefighters Association. If you want to be more than your 8 to 5, visit indyfirefighter.com to learn more about becoming a volunteer firefighter, because you were made for more. Speaking of more, we're able to bring you more video from the action in Carrington, North Dakota, because of our friends at Piper's Auction and Realty. Piper's Auction and Realty is a full-service auction real estate and land management company specializing in the selling of land, farm, and ranch, as well as real estate, machinery sales, and land management. You can call Piper's at 877-700-4099 or visit them online at www.pipers.com for a free consultation. Again, thanks to our friends at Piper's, we can bring you the action in HD both today and coming up. We've got plenty of great volleyball coming your way, and we can take a look at it now with our John Starlakis Look Ahead. JSI is celebrating more than 50 years of balancing progress with perspective for communications providers. If you're watching this, obviously one of the huge games coming up for you is the District 5 tournament, as well as the District 6 tournament. You see that there at the bottom of our JSI Look Ahead. Coming up on Thursday, we'll feature some action from out in Region 1 as the Squirrels, one of the top teams in North Dakota, take on a young Pirates team. On Saturday, we debut our playoff matchups this week. It'll see the Thunder of Ellendale-Edgeley-Cullum making the long trek north to take on Langdon-Edmore-Munich in what is the matchup to watch in Class A. Speaking of Region 1, we'll also take a look at some of the 9-man action there as the Patriots of Mayport CG take on the Warbirds of Wyndmere-Lidgerwood. Also on Friday night, we'll have a couple of games over on BEK Prime from the MDU Resources Community Bowl in Bismarck. Then on Monday, October 30th, we begin our coverage of the District 5 tournament on Championship Day, our 2 region qualifiers and the District Championship. We will also bring you District 6 Championship Day later in the week, and then we will be there for the entirety of the Region 3 volleyball tournament. We'll take one last time out here on the BEK Broadcasting. When we get back, it'll be go time from Carrington. There you see some of the pictures. A deep and talented senior class for the Carrington Cardinals, honored today as the regular season winds down in a huge way for Carrington. This is their final regular season game for the Thunder of MPB out of District 6. They have one game left, and it is versus an incredibly familiar foe. It will be the Lobos one more time. Lemoore Litchfield Marion wraps up their regular season against the Thunder of Medina-Pingree-Buchanan. You saw coming in the Thunder 29-3 on the year. 2 of those 3 losses have come to the Lobos of LLM. Medina will get one last crack at them, and they may very well get one more come region tournament time. The district seedings are all lined up. We know who's where and when. What we don't know is how these 2 teams will come into tournament play in terms of ending the regular season. The Carrington Cardinals have a chance to enter District 5 play beginning real soon with a W, and it would be a confidence-building one. The Carrington Cardinals have met up 3 times with Medina-Pingree-Buchanan this year. The Thunder have emerged victorious all 3 times. Now in wrap-up number 4, Carrington gets one last chance at revenge before these 2 teams head into tournament play. We talk about a possible rematch of the Lobos and the Thunder. These 2 teams could easily meet again come region play, but for the Carrington Cardinals, they would love a chance to knock off the Thunder here in the regular season, get that win in the bag, and create some confidence. Meanwhile, for MPB, headed into one last shot against the Lobos, and they get ready for District 6 play. They want to prove to themselves that they can maintain a winning streak over their rival from District 5. It should be a fun one as we feature the best region of North Dakota volleyball once again here in the Peace Garden State. It is Region 3 as the Thunder take on the Cardinals. Happy to have you along. Corey Brooks to bring you the action. Jared Calvert is our director back at the BEK studios at the University of Mary. And Jesse Schwab is on site in Carrington, North Dakota. There is Dale Peasley, the head man of this Carrington team. These are 2 extremely well-coached teams, both having lost some real talent. Carrington, 5 seniors last year, including Mara Nelson. Doesn't matter. They bounce back in a big way. Meanwhile, for the Thunder of Medina-Pingree-Buchanan, they have remained consistently competitive despite also losing some incredible players. You think back to Jordan Thomas a couple years ago. We'll have her on the BEK Broadcast Network in a few days when we feature the Jamestown Jimmies, and that is in large part because of the efforts of J.C. Connell. Good volleyball players, good volleyball coaches out here in Region 3, and well, it just leads to good volleyball. Now it's time to play it. Libero substitutions come on, and it is just about time to get things going. The Medina-Pingree-Buchanan Thunder in the black, the Carrington Cardinals ready as Emerson Hornart serves it over, and we are underway. Region 3 prestige on the line as the regular season comes to an end. And from the back row, unable to capitalize on any look there was Hallie Uran, as for the first point of the day goes to the Cardinals. Hornart will come with a serve quickly. Played well in the back this time by the Medina-Pingree-Buchanan Thunder, but the block is won. Willow Johnson and company, they're on the stuff for Carrington. More often than not, you expect the block to go the way of MPB. Carrington's is not so fast. Hornart over the top, handled well in the back by Medina-Pingree-Buchanan. Megan Moser on a cross-court shot, denied by Bella Hone. Pushed all the way to that corner. Good read by Huff. Bounced up towards that left side. Megan Moser just shoves it over. Now it's number 10 on the other side. Addison Hornart watching on as MPB gives chase, but it won't matter. That's Bella's quick second strike, and it makes a difference here for the Carrington Cardinals. The sophomore middle on the board. It's a quick 3-0 start for Carrington. They've had enough of losing to Medina this season. Attack comes off the left. Taylor's first attack, a good one, but Carrington is able to rally from it. Michaela McIntosh off that left side, denied. Now, another attack, here it comes. Megan Moser gets the first point for MPB. Megan Moser has had a humongous impact for the Thunder since her 8th grade year. She has gotten better and better and has really rounded into an outstanding player for J.C. Connell. And she'll still be around for a few more years. Now here come the Thunder. Capitalizing on that size, indeed, Hallie Uran. Joining Taylor Sabanash up front, that's 12 feet of pain for the opposition. Moser to the back, good job by Larissa Larson and company just to get to it. Attack comes from the left side, a good one. Very nearly got the better, and in fact it did, of Megan Moser. Michaela McIntosh brings about point number 4 for Carrington. So Addie Lepetsky back to serve for the first time today. For the Redbirds, she drops it off in the back row right at Moser. This time Megan gets a much cleaner look at it, as does Hallie Uran. 6'3" makes a difference, and she got a clean look at that one. Coming on top of that volleyball and hammering it home. Huff serve to the back, Hornart gets a piece of it. Back set off behind to Caden Meering, and Caden will go just wide. So the big lead by Carrington is erased. The Thunder have come back. Huff just over the tape, well placed, but an even better read by the Redbirds. Still, the grounded attack comes, another clean look. Denied at the wall is the 6'3" Hallie Uran. That's really good fundamental play by the Carrington Cardinals. Now McIntosh, back row, cleaned up by Moser. Uran, a shove off the left side. Dink cleaned up easy by Addie Hornart. Just pushed through. Hannah Bowl gets the first touch. Working it back over to Uran. And even though she stays on the ground, she can still get plenty of height on that volleyball. Ava Reich, one of the new starters this year for MPB, and she was the insurance policy that time. As for the first time today, the lead is with the Thunder. However, it will not last long. Service error, and back and forth we go here in the very early stanza. Junior setter Larissa Larson heads to the back row, finding her back row counterpart in Moser. Difficult second touch, leads to what should be a chance ball for Carrington. It does come to the middle and away. Caden Meering has her first kill of the day. It's a clean pass by Addison Hornart. Can't do much more with it. Set it up, knock it down. Carrington back up by 1. Huff with a difficult dig. Hannah Bowl brings it back in. Dink attempt through to the middle. Denied by Larissa Larson. Good back set. Joust at the net. Cleanly won by Kaden Meering, and she has back-to-back valuable touches now for Carrington. Larson just over the tape, quickly to a knee, was Moser. It'll set up Hallieran cross-court money. Sometimes you just have to sit back and marvel at what Hallieran can do off a clean pass. Give the assist to Hannah Bull and the kill to Hallieran. Now Gracie Bull to the Carrington back, set up for Meering again. Caden's become the focal point of the offense as of late for the Carrington Cardinals. They'll be perfectly content with it. That is a double touch against Hallieran, trying to drag it over that net. Hannah Bull immediately checks back in. Uran staying in that front row, joined by Lauren Moser. The now senior has also been a big part of MPB's success, as has, well, you guessed, Hallieran. 3 kills early on. Dug out well by McIntosh in the back row. Bump set over for Emerson Hornart. She's looking for the dink. It's a good one. Huff has to go a ways, and Uran has to come with a grounded attack from the back row. But it will go into the webbing for Kaden Meering. An otherwise flawless start for the junior middle for Carrington. Comes to a brief bump in the road. 8 up. As advertised so far through the first 16 points. Dump attempt there. Adding on a bit of cake advantage. Tough set there. Hornart does a good job off to the left side, and a moonshot for Larissa Larson, forcing the issue to the MPB back row and allowing Carrington to retain the lead. Now the Hone checks back in. Meering looking for the back row, right at Hallieran. Dumped over, and there it is. Right off the bench comes Bella Hone, and she immediately gets her second kill of the day. Outstanding recognition to go to the dump there. Just get the quick point. Back row again, tough dig for Hallieran, just bumped over by Moser. Free ball, Carrington, set over far side. Emerson Hornart denied by the MPB wall. This time it's won by Ava Reich. Reich adding to that big-time size that Medina-Pingree-Buchanan has, another 6-footer. Carrington, as we told you, not a team gifted with a ton of height. A lot of 5'8" on their roster. Still, they get it done. And they hang with one of the tallest teams, if not the tallest, in North Dakota. That one will come out wide. Hang with them indeed, as it is a lockstep game early on. Uran remaining in the back row. Now the MPB height represented by Taylor Sabinash, who got a piece of that one, but it is kept alive. Now Taylor, clean look, back denied. Nice work by the Carrington libero to keep it alive. Now they keep it up in the middle. Bella Hone looking to go to work. Denied by the MPB wall once again. Carrington shifts the point of attack. Contact on the way out, no. Point goes to the Thunder. Right off the tape picture. Perfect for ace number 1. Can't do it any better than that. A little bit of good fortune is required, but that is just a well-placed serve. Now the Thunder with what is essentially their largest lead of the day. Hornart leaves it set up for the middle, and that is right there for Emerson Hornart, but she just missed that back line. Long run at 13-10. It is the Thunder on top at the midway point. There you see J.C. Connell. Having to be happy with how her team has played as of late, not only on this season, but in this game. A 3-point lead, the largest of the day for the Thunder of Medina-Pingree-Buchanan. They retain the serve following the break. They target Emerson Hornart. She gets it up clean, and now it's Bella Hone from the left side. To the back row, Uran can't touch it again, and a bit of a communication breakdown for the Thunder of MPB. Meanwhile, that is a quick 3 kills for the sophomore for Carrington. Speaking of, the sophomore setter Addison Hornart sends to the back row, finding their fellow sophomore Megan Moser. Attack right in the middle. Taylor denied by the Carrington front. The whistle against MPB, a double touch. And out of the timeout, it is all Redbirds with back-to-back points. Hornart to Uran. Off left side, crushed and in. Taylor gets her first kill of the day by the narrowest of margins, just finding that back line to get a much-needed side out for MPB. Lauren Moser finding Amber Pierce, new libero on the Carrington side. Offense comes from the rear. That's why they leave Hallie Uran in the back row. However, this time, her strength proves to be a little bit too much. Hornart to Moser. Set for Megan Moser from the right side. Megan Moser drops it down by the block in front of the back row. And a well-placed volleyball for Megan Moser with a nice pass by Hannah Bohl. Back set now. Carrington comes to the near side. Picture perfect for Bella Hone again. It hasn't mattered if Bella is on the left or the right. From both front row locations on the outside, number 11 has had an outstanding start. Lopesky to Lauren Moser, back set for Hannah Bohl, and from the right side, the Medina PB Thunder answer right back. Huff serve, a good one to the back, finding Emerson Hornart. Sets it up for Caden Meering on a cross-court shot, but it is right at the MPB libero. That'll be the only touch they get. And you can see the confusion there for JC Connell. Kill number 3 for Caden Meering, just like that. Tied for a team high. Her and Bella leading the way. Multi-pronged offense indeed for Dale Peasley and Carrington. Tough first touch, but it does lead to a shove-over opportunity that will just miss on the near line. Right idea for Reich. Need to steer it a little bit more inside, but certainly not much. Larson to Megan Moser. Hannah Bohl sets it up for Hallie Uran, who is stuffed. So far in this game, if you were going blind resume, you would think it is the Carrington Cardinals with the height advantage. They are winning in the middle early on. Now Uran from the left side. Denied again by Carrington. Third time's the charm? You bet. It's only so long you can weather the storm of 6'3", and Hallie very much capable of playing middle or outside. Gracie Bohl to the service line, handled well by Lepetsky and company. Set comes to the near wing. It's Michaela McIntosh, tucking in the corner for kill number 2. So 17 up. You get the feeling it's going to come down to a late run, one way or the other. Pretty much 0 degrees of separation. Deep shove by Uran wide. Hallie trying to identify a gap in that back row. Carrington had good floor coverage though. Heidi Lepetsky was right there if indeed that ball had remained in play. Now Uran with a little bit more authority, spins it off the block and wide. Hallie Uran with a quick 5 kills for MPB. The kill leader to the surprise of few, now back to the service line. It's a good one. Kayla McIntosh watches on. Nice floor coverage by Carrington. Their defense continuing to be outstanding in the front and the back. Deep shove. Clean chance, not there. Lepetsky got the dig, and that was it. It's put away. Hannah Bohl and company able to take advantage. Coach Connell would like to see the continued growth of this service game for MPB. Right now, they get a good one, as that ball will never come back in play for Carrington. Medina gets that 2-point lead back and is now first to 20. Last few points basically even since that last time out at 13-10. We have basically gone back and forth. Off the block and away. Megan Moser has her hat trick. 3 kills in set number 1. Duran getting it all done from the back row and the service line over the course of this MPB run. Set up, left side, Moser with a shot, but it comes right back to the Thunder side. Dink attempt through the zone, no problem for Carrington initially. Good job by Kaden Meering just to survive. Still, free ball, Moser, left side, down. Megan Moser very quickly closing the gap in terms of first set kill leader. Her and Hallie Uran very close. 22-18, Coach Peasley calls timeout. The Thunder lead by 4. There's Coach Peasley trying to get his team fired up amidst the longest run of the day for the Thunder of MPB. 4 in a row with Hallie Uran at the service line. Front row or not, Coach Connell feels exceptionally confident this team has front row players with or without Hallie Uran in that spot. They trust her 1 through 6 on the floor. Right now you are seeing it. Front line currently the combination of Moser, and Reich. Hallie Uran following the timeout, another good serve. Meering has to go way out of play and the get me over touch is not there. The devastating serve by Hallie Uran. Hallie just over the tape, barely kept alive by McIntosh. Here comes the best look at this service run. Doesn't matter. MPB gets a chance to respond. Moser off the block, keep alive there. Shoved back. Still, chance ball. Medina-Pingree-Buchanan. It is Uran from the back. Hornart to the middle, Meering. Denied off the wall and in. This time you just got to take a chance, hoping to get the better of Moser at the front. Megan and Lauren do not make a mistake. Set point, MPB. Meering, get me over touch, does not come. Carrington is frustrated with how that one ends, but it does final with a 7-point win for MPB in set 1. Back we come here on BEK 247, KDB KDM.2 in the western part of the state, KRDK.2 out east on with a number of local cable providers. Happy to have you along. The Thunder winning set 1 with 7 in a row. However, much like set 1, the first point of the day will go to Carrington. The game brought to us by Dakota Community Bank and Trust, Farmers Union Insurance, the North Dakota Firefighters Association, as well as our friends over at Dakota Central. It is the headquarters of DCT that now leads 2-0. Quick start for Carrington once again, and it begins, as it so often has today, in the middle. For Carrington, an impressive showing, but a late flurry on a Hallie Uran service run is all that separated these two teams. Taylor Sabinash starts out set number 2 with authority, a huge strike from the far side. Taylor's had a great deal of success from that 4 spot on the floor. The serving game of MPB now starting to pay dividends. It is Megan Moser with her first ace. The front row players can do it all for MPB, and you're seeing that right now. Uran and Moser dominating the service game. Sabinash flips the point of attack, doesn't much matter. 2 kills in set 1. She's already got 2 here in set number 2. From 4 and 2, left and right. The next level player for MPB. Off to a very good start. They're gonna go to her again. Nope, she's the diversion. It's Uran from the left. Carrington looking to try and get their middle attack going once again. Deep shove, read well by Addie Hornart. Now it will be a grounded attack from Michaela McIntosh. Cross court set, dinked through, but not down for Hallie Uran. MPB's retort will be a shot. Taylor's 3rd kill. of the MPB 4 points in set number 2. She's got 3 of them. Woo! It's all come on this, a Moser service run. Another good one to find Pierce in the back row. And there's a much needed side out for Carrington, Michaela McIntosh. Anna Lepetsky checks in, and she will go back to serve for the Redbirds. Junior defensive specialist, very good in set number 1, as was the entirety of the defense for Carrington. Just had a very late breakdown that made the difference. That will be in. Woo! Tough to see at that speed, but it does just catch the line from that far side for Medina. So Huff goes right back to serve, looking for a cross-court angle that finds Emerson Horner. Caden Meering, back row. Cleaned up well by Sabonash and company. Here comes Hallie Aran off the left side. The block manages to sustain the possession for Carrington. Right back to her. Hallie a second time, this time finding the back row, but a quality dig by Emerson Horner bumps it over. Chance ball, MPB. Uran, third time a dink, and a punch up by Addie Horner. Just shoved over. Chance ball times 2. Uran racking up that total attack volume, but still Carrington is there to deny. They're gonna look that way again? You bet. Uran back row, Hornart on the reception. To the back and down. Caden Meering gets the confidence boosting kill for Carrington. Those elongated volleys can really spark a team. That's exactly what the Redbirds are hoping for. Over on our fellow BEK 247 station, it is a 1-1 ball game. Rolette Wolford winning set number 2, 25-19. The Botno Stars taking set number 1, 25-17. So it'll be a best of 3 in Botno. That is exactly what Carrington will hope for here. The Thunder looking to get up 2-0 here in set 2, where they lead by 2. Shoved out back and wide. Right idea from Michaela McIntosh. The Thunder survive it and send Gracie Bowl right back to the service line. Gracie comes home with a shallow serve, finding her fellow number 5, Emerson Hornett. It will not matter. Ace for Gracie Bowl. The sophomore rear hitter, flexing the offense from the back row, but doing so from the service line. Thunder have them doubled up. Just bumped over. Another free ball for MPB. They have dominated this category, although give the Cardinals credit, they have not relinquished points on those free balls. Still, they've been out of system for a while. That'll be a forward touch. It will not come back over. Hallie Aran gets the final touch for MPB, off to a 9-4 start here in set 2. A pair of 2-1 victories in the previous 2 matchups, also a 2-0 win. Of course, all of those coming in tournament play for MPB. This is the regular season meeting. Cross-divisional foes, but they know each other well. And now they each respond with a service error. Hallie Aran sends it over, finding Addie Lepetsky. And it'll just be bumped over once again for Larissa Larson. Looking over to the left side. Nice move with 0 spin on it. Keeps Carrington out of rhythm. Hannah Bowles sets it up. Megan Moser looking for the shove, a double touch, and a side out for Carrington. BEK Broadcasting Network is celebrating its 11th year, covering high school and collegiate athletics to the viewers of North Dakota. A big thank you to the people and businesses that make it all possible. Today, those people are Jared Calvert and Jesse Schwab. Megan Moser looking for the dink, finding that back row, but Meering was right there to deny it. Left side attack, but right at Huff. Dumped over. MPB survives 1 dump and 2. Now the Thunder defense starting to take a page out of the Carrington playbook early on. It is wide for Emerson Horner. Some unforced errors for the Carrington Cardinals. Can always be nerve-wracking going up against a team that's had your number early on. And MPB has cleaned up the mistakes here in set number 2. Looking the part of your number 1 team in District 6. Battle at the net, joust won by MPB, and Taylor Sabanash, the rejection. She is having her best set of the day, and one of, if not the best player on this MPB team, having herself a set 2. Tough second for Addie Hornart, just sent over. Uran, Bull, gone. Sabanash, 5 kills in set 2, and at the halfway point for the second time in a row, it's Medina-Pingree-Buchanan in front, this time by 7. 13-6, MPB on top here in set number 2. Courtesy of a well-rounded offensive effort, the passing game has remained sharp for the Thunder. It's made a difference. Right to the back row, Hornart trying to set it up. Well struck, but no contact. A bit of bad luck for Carrington out of the timeout. Ava Reich to serve. One of the players who does not have a great deal of postseason experience on an MPB team that largely does. Speaking of, Emerson Hornart's got plenty of that for Carrington. She gets the kill for the Cardinals as Mackenzie Johnson enters. So MPB's got a good mix for Carrington because of the 5 departing seniors. This postseason be a bit of an experience for a host of Cardinals. In fact, not just for Carrington, but for Ellendale as well. 2 relatively young Redbird teams in Region 3 and District 5 and 6. Cross-court shot cleaned up there for Hallie Uran. And Huff's just going to pump it over. Libero to Libero that time, finding Amber Pierce. Offense comes from the middle, and the laser vision right there for Bella Hone. That's the first time she has found her way on the score sheet here in set number 2, following an exemplary first verse. Hornart wide. Coach Connell emphasized to me the importance of the serve game for MPB. They have the edge in that category and are slowly winning back the middle as well. Thunder Street ordinarily. The Cardinals have left their imprint, though, right on cue. A service miscue for MPB. Gives Carrington their immediate side out. Still, they trail by 6, looking for a spark to avoid a 2-0 deficit. Cleaned up there for Moser. Back set. It is Megan Moser rolling right. But the Carrington defense there to deny again, just to get me over. That does a whole lot more than that. Some help from the tape, but a perfectly struck volleyball for Carrington. Hornart back to serve, right at Lauren Moser, bumped over towards the net. Taylor can't do a whole lot with it. Still a quality grounded attack, considering. Left wing, nice job by Hallie Uran. Had a slow start in the back row early on in this game, has since cleaned it up in a big way. Double touch will not come back over. MPB by 6. As Taylor Sabanash continues a furious offensive effort. Just went over 300 kills on the year, and she will eclipse double digits with ease today. Now Megan Moser has to try and generate some offense from the 6. Very nearly did. Pierce had to get low. By the block and a diving stop by MPB. Uran, grounded attack, finding Pierce. Offense back, near wing, off the block, and away. Michaela McIntosh right back at it. Lepetsky for Carrington. Bowl, back set, right side, Sabanash gone. 6 kills is good enough for a set high for anybody in this game. And the MPB senior who transferred in last year, providing a second offensive option in the absence of Jordan Thomas, has been even better here in her senior campaign. And now Ava Reich has provided that additional offensive option for MPB, who very nearly gets it back over, but the Carrington strike keeps him out of system long enough to force the whistle. and bring this deficit back down to 5. Moser sets it up in the back. Hannah Bowl with another quality pass for Hallie Oran. Hannah Bowl filling in for Mariah Wick at that setter position, and Hannah has been tremendous in that role for MPB. A Thunder record for assists in a season, and that speaks to both Hannah's ability to deliver clean passes and the continued growth of this Thunder attack. Speaking of, they get a little bit from the defender in Hallie Oran. Now Moser sets it up. Lauren Moser gets the second touch. Now Hallie Oran turns back to that attacking role, but it's cleaned up easily by Addie Lepetsky. Now a second chance for MPB. They go back to Oran off that left side. She goes for the dink and shove, but will just miss wide. Credit to Carrington O for forcing the slight changeup from Hallie Oran, and credit to D for getting there in time. The senior outside, McIntosh, rotates to the back row, finding Megan Moser in a similar spot. Bull to Oran again, and she bounces right back. One of the other strengths of both of these two teams is the ability to have a very short memory. It's something Coach Connell really praised her team for. Hallie Oran exhibits that exact trait right there, coming from an attacking error to a kill on very nearly her next strike. Right side, split the difference in the back row, Kaden Meering. She's up to 3 kills here in set number 2. Managing to get that one by Huff. Meering into the net. So the first to 20 is once again the Thunder of MPB. In set number 1, it was a late run that powered them to the edge. Here in set 2, it was an early one. An 11-5 run near the midway point continues to loom large as the difference. Set to the middle, look into the back row. That may have gone wide, but it was contacted on its way out by Hallie Oran. Fortunate break for Carrington as they try and claw their way back. Kenzie Johnson will come in and try and be the spark for the home team. Middle it comes, Moser. Megan Moser has not been nearly as involved in the offense. They're still playing it through. That was indeed a MPB point. The officials will now conference. That was whistled well before it even got to the near side bleachers.
It felt like it was behind me.
It currently sits as a Megan Moser kill. Get our first official meeting of the minds, and it serves as a good opportunity to remind you this broadcast brought to us by Dakota Community Bank and Trust and North Dakota Firefighters Association, the friends over at DCT, as well as Farmers Union Insurance. Coach Connell certainly hoping that the Thunder get the benefit of this call. MPB fans will remember the calls have not always been kind to this Thunder team. Think back to last year's regional tournament versus Oaks. MPB, I know, is looking forward to another chance to make some noise in the regional tournament. Carrington has that same opportunity as well, as the action from Hazleton is wide open. Yes, you have the back-to-back champions in the Lobos, but there are so many good teams. The message from Lori Good all year to her team is it's not going to be easy. No point, we will redo it. So take the kill off the board for Megan Moser. We retry. Taylor Sabanash simply shifts the stat. The point remains with MPB. The Thunder think the ball don't lie. 21-15. Carrington Cardinals in the exact same spot they were in set number 1, trying to mount a late comeback. This time, if the Thunder hold on, it will be 2-0, and they will be in the driver's seat, headed to the third. As good as set number 1 was for the visiting Thunder, it has been even better here the second time around. The Carrington Crazies try and get the wave going. An outstanding crowd in Carrington, North Dakota for a huge game featuring two of the best teams in the state. Cross-court shot and out of the timeout. The Redbirds do indeed find that big point. Now they have to string them together. Harrison Hornart to the back row, finding Megan Moser. Moser rejected at the wall, and that is an authoritative block by Bella Hone. First of the day for number 11 in a Carrington jersey. Redbirds make it 2 in a row. Bump set. Moser looking for the dink, wide. 3 in a row out of the timeout for Carrington. Just like that, the deficit is cut in half. Hornert down row to Moser. Bull sets it up. Sabinash trying to end the flurry, unable to do so. Attack from the middle down. Bella Hone with 2 points in quick succession for Carrington. 21-19 and a Thunder timeout. Here come the Redbirds. In set 1, it was MPB who got on a late and decisive run. Now the Carrington Cardinals trying to flip the script here at the end of set 2. Still the lead is with MPB. Hornert will serve it to the back row, finding Lauren Moser. They turn to Taylor Sabinash, and why not? Still a return chance, through to the back and down. It's Bella Hone, the hero for Carrington as of late. 21-20. From 6 to 3 to 1. The narrowest of margins now separating these two teams that aren't separated by very much on the talent sheet either. Duran sends it over. First free ball for Carrington in a while. To the middle it comes. It's Hone wide. A much needed side out comes for MPB. They can hamstring this comeback effort with a few points in a row. And it's the right server, Megan Moser. She sparked that mid-run for Medina-Pingree-Buchanan with the block. Bull setting it up. Taylor going high again. And into the stands. The unquestionable most valuable Thunder player in set 2, wearing number 15. The senior class of the Carrington Cardinals trying to hold on here on senior night. They trail by just 3. The Redbirds call their second timeout. We'll have to play this thing out one way or the other. MPB trying to slam the door late. Cross-court set comes left side. Nice sliding stop by Huff. Very nearly turned into a kill for MPB. Instead, it's just bumped over by Hannah Bull. Free ball, Carrington. Left side attack into the webbing. Unfortunate timing there for Carrington. And now 2-0 point for MPB. Miscommunication on the Carrington side. They get it over. Bull sets it up. The stack at the net, one of the most dangerous in North Dakota. Sabinash and Uran both got there. Still, it's going to take a few more tries by MPB. Shoved over. Taylor able to capitalize. Mackenzie Johnson sets to the middle. Bella Hone. It's the better of Huff, but kept alive. Right back to her. Bella, right side, this time at Lauren Moser. Uran, grounded attack, but at the senior Pierce. Now the Carrington Cardinals flip the point of attack, but Moser is there. An extended volley. Both teams continue to fight, and it will find the wide part of the floor. Carrington survives at least one more point. Now they get the serve. It's Addie Lepetsky. The Cardinals must get 3 straight or it's 2-0. Lepetsky to the back, finding Huff. Shoved deep, cleaned up by Carrington. Clean look from the middle. Huff, the diving, keep alive. Back to Hallie Uran off the block. And a necessary save. Joust, won by Carrington. That is Caden Meering with her 3rd kill of the day, winning the battle at the net. in a way few would be able to do against the next level player. Bull sent over far side. Hallie puts the exclamation point on a 2-0 lead. An impressive comeback bid will fall just short. And now the Thunder are one set away. Carrington tries to extend the ball game. 25-18, 25-22. The Thunder of MPB take the first two sets. Carrington has looked outstanding, and as we expected, it really has been just a few points here and there that have made the huge difference amongst these two teams, and really is a couple of individual performances that powered Medina-Pingree-Buchanan to those first two sets. Look in set one, it was Hallie 5 kills and an ace. She was very good in set two, make no mistake, with 4 kills, but what Taylor Sabanash was able to do, nearly getting double-digit kills in set two alone. She took over the ball game, and she has that capability. Carrington knows exactly that, and they did a very good job in the latter stages. I thought Bella Hone looked as good as anybody on the floor throughout the latter stages of that second set, but it would come up just short with the Carrington comeback bid as MPB manages to pick up the 3-point edge. Take a quick pause here and be back with set 3 in just a second as Carrington tries to extend the game. MPB tries to end it 3. These two teams just about ready to go. It is indeed 18, 25, 22 in sets 1 and 2. The fans get to enjoy a little bit of an extended break, as do these two teams. And now they retake the floor in a huge spot. Carrington trying to buy some extra time. They have taken a couple sets off of MPB this year. The Thunder trying to make it 4 in a row this season against their regional foe. And to try and take a winning streak into the final regular season game against their own boogeyman, the Lobos of Lemoore Litchfield Marion. First attack left side, and for the first time today, the Thunder score the first point of the set. Ironically, the team that scores first has not scored last in the first 2 verses of today's contest. MPB hopes that does not hold true. Now to be pushed over on just to get me over. Clean look for Carrington, kept alive by Taylor and company. And now here she comes on her first attack, and it's a good one. She picks up right where she left off in set number 2, and Thunder lead it 2-0. Some scores for you from across the state. Lewis and Clark Berthold defeating Drake Animus 3-0, as it is 3-0 now for MPB. Also, it's a battle between Botno and Roulette Wolford. 2-1, the lead for the Stars. Right side off the block, and there is a much-needed side out, and it comes from the most valuable Cardinal in this one, Bella Hone. So Lepetsky will serve for the first time for Carrington in set number 3. Back set, right side, good stack by the Thunder. Cardinals survive and advance. Now to the middle it comes. Sabanash looking to send that one into the stands, but Emerson Horner continues to impress defensively. However, it will never find its way back to the MPB side. The runs have come at different points for the Thunder. The first set, it was at the end. The second set, it was in the middle. Now, do they have one at the beginning? So far, it's a 5-1 start. Serve comes just over the tape. Tough to play it, nothing there. Taylor was there as the insurance policy, but it never found its way over. 6-1. The storm brewing in Carrington as MPB is starting to feel it. Just bumped over. Free ball, MPB. The fake in the middle, the rejection of Hallie comes on the right side, courtesy of Willow Johnson. The senior on senior night showing out. Nice play. And MPB had abandoned the back. Larissa Larson Finding Huff, set, back set, right side denied. Contact with the Carrington block, and back-to-back plays now. It is the Carrington physicality winning out. To get it to 6-3. Larissa Larson finding Lauren Moser. Now Hallie ran off the left side. Couple kills for Hallie here amidst the 7-point start for MPB. Off to the back row. Back set for Caden Meering. That is in. Meering gets kill number 1. Here in set 3. She has been steady-heady in this game for Carrington. Delivering point in and point out for head coach Dale Peasley. Battle at the net. There's one-way traffic for Carrington. Still, the Thunder get a chance to send it back over. Redbirds answer with a mid-attack from Meering, denied by Uran and company. Second chance for it. Larson over on the far side, but right at Hallie Uran. Hallie's looking for first, third. She gets it. Very nearly final. Carrington's going to look for the get-me-over touch. They find it. That has been an issue today. Now, Uran, dink attempt. Perfect read for Uran, but an even better defensive play for Larissa Larson. Uran off the left side, and there it is for Hallie Uran. From that 4 spot on the floor, Uran takes advantage. And the lead is in fact 4 at 8-4 with Gracie Bowl back to serve for the Thunder. Set off to the right. Nothing doing. Answer comes once again from Uran, but it is right at Emerson Hornart. Joust at the net is won by Hallie Uran and MPB. So tough in these lockups at the webbing to defeat the size and strength of the Thunder. Timeout, Redbirds. 9-4, the lead for MPB. Coach Peasley trying to work the early timeouts to preclude the possibility of a gallop for the visiting Thunder. Carrington, a team with a great deal of athletic success, particularly on the girls' side, particularly recently. Some really good basketball players on this team the last few years. Really good volleyball players as well. But right now it is Medina-Pingree-Buchanan winning out in the Cardinals' nest. Bumped over to the left side. Emerson Hornart unable to get it over the block. Ava Reich and company. And the senior 6-footer for MPB provides that added dimension this year. Got even more physically imposing, did MPB. They hope that guides them to the state tournament. They'll have a tall task to get there here in the best volleyball region in North Dakota. Second touch send over, a good idea for Lauren Moser and company. This time it is spun off the block and away for Emerson Hornart. Hornart with a series of kills today, picking up some points in each of our first 3 sets today. Now she does it to try and cut into this deficit. But the Thunder still have them doubled up. Another quick score for you. Stanley defeating South Prairie 3-0. Also the Oaks Tornadoes on top of Richland 1-0. In an out of conference matchup. Carrington, very familiar with that Oaks team, a 5-setter in the regular season. What promises to potentially be a very fun matchup in districts and maybe regionals. For now, the Thunder holding on to that 5-point lead. Speaking of that Oaks and Richland game, the Colts came right back and yoinked one off of Oaks, 25-22. Richland Colts playing exceptionally well out in Region 1. A team with a great deal of continuity from last year is making that continuity play dividends. That's exactly what these two teams have done as well, though more so Medina with the 5 seniors leaving for Carrington. The answer in the middle is there for Megan Moser. Speaking of continuity, she's gotten regular playing time as an 8th grader, as a freshman, now as a sophomore, and will continue to do so as a junior and a senior. right to the back line to try and give MPB the lead at the halfway point for the third set in a row. Bella Hone will not make it easy. Hone does a perfect job of getting that around the block. 5-7, combining with 6-1 there to try and slow that attack down. They are unable to do so. Hornart, a shallow, low-lying serve. Duran had to go limbo, but she will manage to set it up for her team. Still, the Cardinals respond, just shove it over. Duran bumped over to Megan Moser into the tape. Bit of an out-of-system look there for the Thunder. The lead is now just 3. Hornart finding Moser from the serve. Battle at the net, this time won by Carrington. Now Sabanash in the middle, denied. Bella Hone has had an outstanding game as the Carrington Cardinals try and hone in on a lead here in set number 3. Hornart back row, Moser set up by Hannah Bowl off to the left side, finding Pierce. Sabanash just a tish off to the right. No answer that time, simply too much velocity off the hands of the MPB senior. 13-10. The Thunder trying to close it out in 3. Carrington fan base packing the Carrington High School gymnasium, trying to fire their team up. They don't trail by much. The deficit is just 3. Here at the midway point on the BEK Broadcasting Network, the only North Dakota-owned broadcasting company with live and local programming of your favorite athletic competitions and activities from around the state of North Dakota. Remember, we will be all around Region 3, District 5, District 6, and the Region 3 tournament, all coming your way right here on the BEK Broadcasting Network. These two teams planning to play big roles in those district and regional tournaments, and we expect them to do so. 2 outstanding teams. And they have shown us that tonight. The Thunder have a chance to win it 3-0, but that will belie just how close this game has been. Coach Connell said it best. She said, whoever shows up tonight the most will win. There is not a ton separating these two teams. That is a cross-court bullet from Megan Moser, but sent back over by Addison Hornart. Now, from the middle, again, cleaned up by Emerson Hornart. She's an outstanding player in the back row, and she has shown it once again today. Now, Megan Moser. Little bit of a communication breakdown, just a bump set over, and a chance ball for MPB. Back set, roll right side, Sabanash finding Lepetsky. Bumped over once again. Freebie, MPB, Moser off the left side with the stack coming in the middle for Uran. The point goes to Megan Moser and the Thunder. They are 10 points away. Moser finding Hornart, watching on as that is just lobbed over by Michaela McIntosh. Left side, spun off the block and put away. There is Hallie Uran. It has been an every other set theme for Hallie today. She dominated set 1 and has played a huge part here in set 3. Offense off the left, getting by Taylor. Now Sabanash rolls right side and drops it down in front of the back row. Taylor Sabanash keeping pace with Hallie Uran. The blocking leader for this team, continuing to prove she is a collegiate volleyball player here in her senior year. Hallie Uran is as well. Tough run through. Nevertheless, the MPB Thunder flex their floor coverage. Still, they cannot rally out of system for long that time as Kaden Meering is able to cash in. Meering powers that one through the block, overcoming the height disadvantage that every team will have to overcome versus the Thunder, except for maybe our Redeemers. Attack comes left side this time for Hallie Uran. Still a battle for it. Spun off the block and put away. Michaela McIntosh continuing to remain a vital cog at the Carrington O. Larson forces Moser to a knee. Uran with the dink, cleanly played by Carrington. Sent over far side again. Another quality dig for Megan Moser. Continuing to impress defensively still, it is Hallie Uran. So we talk about Megan Moser in the back row. Over 1,000 digs. And also serve it with the best of them. The ace leader on this team. A truly versatile weapon for MPB. Tucked into the corner there with some outstanding volleyball placement for Carrington. Well done by Addie Hornart and Larissa Larson combining to make the difference for the Redbirds, who continue to throw punches in this slugfest. But MPB trying to win it via unanimous decision. Left side through to the back. They keep it alive. And Uran sets it up. Bowl off to the left side. Uran with a dink attempt. Comes back on the MPB side. Ava Reich is unable to cash in. 18-15. The lead 3. Set up by Hannibal. Comes left side. Another strike for Hallie Uran. But another quality retort from the Carrington defense. Uran trying to dink it through, doing a very good job of changing speeds all day long, has Hallie Uran. And that time it is won in the middle by Meering. 18-16. Coach Connell trying to rally the troops here and hold on here in set 3. Bull for Uran, Hallie Uran. Denied at the net initially, but 6-3 wins out. 6th kill of the day for Hallie Uran to give her team a 3-point lead late in set 3. Trying to slam the door. That'll send Gracie Bull back to the service line. For the top team in District 6, the Thunder of MPB. One of the top teams in District 5 trying to weather the storm. Uran back row down, back-to-back kills for Hallie Uran. Unfortunate ball placement there for Carrington. The block does a good job of slowing down. It just winds up in the wrong spot, as does that. Ace for the Thunder. Timeout, Carrington. Thunder strikes twice, now looking for a third. 21-16, the Thunder leading, in large part because of that front row that has remained as advertised. And it serves as a good opportunity to remind you can get a copy of every single game we do here at the BEK Broadcast Network on DVD by visiting our website at www.bechtel.com/BBN. A DVD-worthy game for both of these two teams, regardless of the result. And there will be, perhaps, one more. We'll see. The tournament promises to be a blast. Gracie Bowles sets it up. Offense comes from the 6th position for Megan Moser. Assen Hornart watching on as that thing is rejected by Uran and company. Now Hallie may get an attack. She does indeed off to the left side. Nice follow-up effort by Hallie Uran. And it keeps the Cardinals out of system. From the middle back again, just wide for Megan Moser. So Caden Meering finds Huff. Set up by Bull. Attack comes left side. It's Hallie Uran again. Hallie will bookend this game if this result holds with outstanding sets. First and third, she played lights out. In the second, well, she didn't need to as much. Uran to the middle back. Attack comes left side, denying Bellahone. Bull to Moser. Moser to the floor. Following the timeout, the Thunder come out as strong as ever. Not to be deterred. They are 2 points away from 4 in a row versus these Carrington Cardinals. Attack comes from the middle. Emerson Hornart says not so fast. Willow Johnson will check in. MPB looking to play spoiler here at senior night for the Carrington Cardinals. Spun off the block and put away. There it is for Megan Moser, and there is set point for MPB. Game, set, match on the line right now. Hornart getting it over to Bella Hone, and the Cardinals respond. They will get their side out, and they will get their chance. 5 in a row is the requisite number for Carrington to avoid the sweep. MPB has won 5 regular season contests in a row. Looking to make it 6 with the Lobos looming. It's Taylor Sabanash, and she will do just that. 5 kills for 15 and 25-19, our final here in set 3, and a 3-0 win for MPB, continuing to remind us they are one of the best teams in North Dakota. A 3-0 win for the Thunder of Medina-Pingree-Buchanan, and it comes from the usual suspects. The front row outstanding for head coach J.C. Connell, and we can pick one of those two to be our player of the game, and we go with the one who really delivered that second set when the Carrington Cardinals played their best volleyball. Taylor Sabanack, our Cass Clay player of the game. Well over double-digit kills on this game. The block leader continued to set the tenor up front, wound up with 5 kills in set 3, 3 in set 1. She was outstanding, and that group right there continues to impress for the Thunder of MPB. Winners of 6 regular season games in a row. They have 1 left versus their #1 rival, the Lobos of LLM, and then they will head to postseason play. We will have them throughout the course of that. Taylor Sabanash continues to impress, and she is our Cass Clay player of the game. Since 1935, Cass Clay Creamery has been providing fresh and delicious dairy products to families in North Dakota and surrounding areas. It is going to do it for us today. Remember to check out our postseason coverage, and tomorrow over on BEK Prime, it's the Saints and the Braves. For Jesse Schwab and Jared Calvert, I'm Corey Brooks. Have a great night. We'll see you later on this week. The volleyball, it's getting good.